and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, Dukect here, live on the Dukect Lounge, live on TalkShoe.com. How are you doing this evening? I hope you are doing well. Hope everyone can hear me and everything here. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Anyone can hear me. All that good stuff. I am hopefully reaching out to you, the people here live on TalkShoe.com. And hopefully you're here. Remember, chat room is always on lock, ladies and gentlemen. Chat room's right there. You go in. Remember, if you want to call in and join in with the madness, let's see if I can get the stuff here. Oh, I'm good. That's good. A guest here. Settings. Let's see. No. Dang it. Where is it? Here it is. We have, yes, remember, if you want to call into the show and join in the craziness, the number is 605-562-0444. The number is 605-562-0444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Oh, yeah. Now I got to realize, now I have to print out new cards, your business cards now. I just realized, since this update, I have to use more business cards because of this. This new update. I'm like, now my old business cards don't work anymore. I need to get new business cards. I need to get new stuff. And everything else. It's just like, what in the world am I doing? Oh, Lord. They're like, why? That sort of thing. What is this? What is this, my friends? Oh, gosh, I got to do new business cards. But don't worry, they only cost $20, so it's not like I'm breaking the bank. Oh, Lord, I am not breaking the bank on these cards, man. I don't know. But anyway, how are you doing? Because there's a lot of interesting stuff that happened. Holy crap. The whole Nintendo, I didn't see it live. I did not see the stuff live. Oh my goodness. But, all the other stuff that happened at Smash Brothers, there's a lot of stuff, to talk about Smash Brothers Ultimate. A ton of stuff here. And I gotta say, this is actually, what announcements and everything. I think we can just say, ladies and gentlemen, this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not a port of Smash Bros. For the Wii U. I think at this point it's not. Because, it'll be over 100. First off, look at the stages. You have 103 stages, including New Dark City, other stages, and then you have stage modes. You can have different type of battles and everything else, like that sort of thing. That type of stuff. That seems interesting. You can, it seems like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here, and that's going to be, it's December 7th can't come fast enough, because they are like, look at the characters. they already have pretty good characters here, but now we have Castlevania's Castlevania Savin Belmont and Richard Belmont, which is, wow. Talk about actually a little bit of that synergy, because Castlevania is running that momentum of that nice anime series, which has come out in October, by the way. Why is it not taking that long? It's just like, I want this now. I want it now. You understand what I'm saying? I want this now. I want this, I want this to be, like, holy crap. I want that to be, you're sitting here, you're like, that sort of thing. I sit there, you're like, man, I want this to be so good, that show to be so good. But anyway, this looks really cool. And the way they open it up, which, you have Luigi, who, at this point, I don't know what the deal with the Nintendo wanting to kill off everybody. First in the Ridley DeVille, You had Ridley kill off Mega Man and Mario, but this time you have Death pretty much murking Luigi, and I'm like, wow, what is up with that? I mean, Mario, you can say Mario can be a bit of a prick now and then, but he doesn't deserve to get murked like that. And then and then Luigi getting killed. Oh, man, it's like, really, the Mario Brothers. I mean, like Mario just gave basically one of the greatest games. And I don't know what the hate is from the Mario Brothers at this point. Mario, the previous Mario Odyssey is basically one of the best, if not greatest games of this generation in the next gen era in Super Mario Odyssey. At this, and such. But they just killed him. Killed him and his brother. I don't know why. I have no idea why that happened. Who knows, man? Who knows at this point? It boggles my mind. Oh man, it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind about that. So anyway, anyone want to talk about how what then other people come up? You have like I said, Richard and Simon Bowman will be there, but also King R. Rule, coming back. That's gonna be fun. I mean, we haven't seen him in a video, and I like his smash is pretty much a throwback to Donkey Kong 64. Maybe that could be a remake. Could they talk to Rare and they could just remake that game? I know I still have the game on my N64, and I need to go back and play it. It's in my room right now. It's a bit messy. I need to really clean up my clean up my room and just start playing the N64 again. Because man. This is so many good games. But yeah, I would love to, have an HD remake of that game. Who doesn't want to have an HD remake of Donkey Kong 64? That'd be pretty cool. I know it's frustrating. I know it's a collectathon, but come on, it has that fun if you can do something like that. And I loved KRO's voice, yes, it was over the top evil. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And you have Fireman's Crom will be the Roy's Echo Fighter, which is okay. And Dark Samus is going to be, Samus is in this as well. So, yeah. And here's the thing I love about this. All the characters will be available pretty much. No DLC. I like these. I love the fact that there's these things, Nintendo just goes and says, screw it. They're going to be on, they're not going to have DLC. But yeah, it's just at this point, I wonder. All the stuff. Hopefully, this could be a trend of actually not having these DLC characters and stuff, bringing in characters, actually having more meat into the games and such. That's my hope. That's the hope, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we all have, a little bit of hope like that. Other games can follow suit into this. You got over 103 stages. You have stage morphs that, you can, and, that looks to be really fun. I can't wait to see what that's going to be featuring and things like that. And you have over 8 people to join the battle. And it looks like they're going to have GameCube support, which is going to be so much fun. A lot of people love that. They still had the Melee. People love that. I love these new things about chargeable, Final Smashes, this mode of Final Smashes, that looks, like, they're a little bit weaker, but it just seems like there's okay, we have a little bit of a weaker Smash, but it actually still can continue to flow. And not only that, but no Final Smashes, Final Smashes can be used simultaneously. That's actually pretty good as well. So you don't have to be everyone's hit their Smash at the same time and no one gets hit and everything. It's just weird. But no, now you're okay, you hit this Smash, you dodge that, then your Smash get hit, you use your Smash and bam. And then you have Other gameplay modes. We have classic mode. There's going to be a squad strike mode, battle mode, elimination style, where you have people lining up for 3 to 5 characters, battle to decide the winner. Tournament mode, which is going to be really fun because people do all these tournaments. Hopefully, it's going to be online too, because I would love to see that. I guarantee there'll be people playing online tournaments and setting things up for that. I mean, people do love to play that online stuff. And you have brackets of 32 people. You have Smashdown mode, makes characters from previous battles. Like if you win, you got to change it up. You got to be versatile. You can't have that one main guy. You got to have multiple mains. And then you have new characters like, that sort of thing, which is pretty cool. And then you have training mode. You have training mode that looks, again, the grid and that to experiment and do all these like launch a trajectory. Again, these are things that people are going to really be a lot more on the ball with. I think it's going to be something, people are going to be like, wow, they're going to use this to make themselves play a little better. I like that. And also the soundtrack. You're going to have like over 900 tracks, and then not only that, but you can actually listen in handheld mode and plug it. You could just walk in there and play it. A mobile musical stuff, which is amazing, and that is awesome. Personally, and even better, you have you can make playlists. Personally, I wish they can put all this stuff into iPods and the iTunes, and so I can put myself, because I don't want to be carrying my Switch around to listen to all the nice tracks and everything. I mean, I like the Switch, but I have not picked it up and used it as a mobile thing. Only time I did use the Switch as mobile is in my house, in the house, in the house I live in, that sort of thing. So yeah, I haven't gone outside with it yet, and I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I ever will go outside and use my Switch. Outside and such. Let's see. What else is, what else? What is, this stuff here about the game. Let's look at what else here. You got items, you got new trophies, you got the banana gun, killing edge swords, bombers. These are really cool stuff that I can't wait to play. More stuff that I am, really is about, the assist trophies. You have Zero coming in there, Knuckles, Zero from Mega Man, Knuckles, and Echidna, Crystal, Claptrap from Donkey Kong, Captain from Animal Crossing, Chief Kowalski, Gray Fox, Chief Kowalski from Kirby, Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid, Nikki, a Mii character, Shovel Knight, Moon from Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and Rathos from Monster Hunter is going to be a stage boss, also Dracula as well. So he's going to be a stage boss as well. So this looks like to be one of the biggest. Seriously, I can't wait to play this game. It looks like to be something really good and really fun to play. And I can't wait to see can't wait to actually get in my hands and actually play this game. And I'm hopeful that this will actually lean more, with fighting games, will lean more in this style and actually give people, the players the full stuff on the cartridge or disc or whatever, not doing DLC and all that type of BS. Here's hoping that is something as a trend that continues forward. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a small little break. And next up, we're going to talk a little about James Gunn. James Gunn, who has been in the news recently. He's been a bit of a free agent. We're going to be talking about that. And I want to hear, your thoughts about it, hear everything else. All of that, ladies and gentlemen. You can use the chat room. You can call in. Remember, the number to call in to the Dukect Lounge, ladies and gentlemen, is Let's see. It is 605-562-0444. Once again, it is 605-562-0444. And the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. We'll be right back right after this here live on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Duke CT. We'll be right back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and me, Duke CT, here live on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, guests too. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? No problem. Hey, I'm trying to make sure everyone is entertained by this show. All right, let's see. Here it is. Oh, let's look at the. Let me see right here. Gosh, well, we're going to talk about James Gunn. Oh, goodness. James Gunn. Oh, everyone said his career is over. James Gunn, after the whole thing, what happened to the old tweets and everything else about him. Oh, my gosh. James Gunn was horribly treated. This, that, the other. It was all big plan. I'm like, personally, he should have, honestly, on the real, he should have, when he realized he should apologize, he should have deleted those tweets back then. He should have deleted them. And he shouldn't have, that's what he should have done. He should have deleted them when they first got in trouble, delete them, and move on. That's what he should have done in the first place. And now everyone's just going crazy. The hashtag rehire James Gunn. I'm like, look, he took James Gunn. With the whole situation, I mean, he was probably the most mature person throughout that whole idea. And he sat there and he said, you know what? I take the L. He took the L. He took the loss. And he said, okay, he turned and said, apologize. Even though the hashtag rehire James Gunn, the whole deal, everything, they wanted to, the people behind it thought this was just going to hurt his career. They don't want these guys to win, the bad people to win. I'm like, personally, a lot of people, me personally, I'm like, dude's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. I mean, don't worry. People are going to say his career's going to be over. His career's not going to be over. In fact, at this point, here we are. We have, right here, link in the description, by the way. James Gunn is in demand for studio movies after Disney firing. This is from the August 8 Hollywood Reporter. Like I said, link is in the description because I like the show to work. And let's see. Let's look at that. Alrighty now. It says, well, Guardians director has been approached by several top producers and executives dangling big film projects. It says, see, after that, fired like last month, it says, he has been approached by several top producers. Like, I work with one senior executive at a rival studio says, I worked with him in a heartbeat. Like one senior executive at a rival studio, like the dozens or so execs, producers THR spoke with. The exec asked to remain anonymous because Gunn is not permitted to entertain other offers while his negotiation to exit Disney is ongoing. It says, quote, I've been advised that we can't bring him in anything to him until the Disney matter is 100% resolved, says another studio executive. Major players said to be interested rung the gamut from studios including Warner Brothers, which has its, well, the DC stuff, and to Oscar-winning producers. There's a lot of people who want Gunn out there, but there still might be a chance that he might work with Disney. Not so there's rumors that say that he might come back to Disney, but I don't think it's gonna happen. They're not going to. At that point, at this late date, Disney's not going to bring him back. I think we are on that level of, like, let's be real. I mean, let's all keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. James Gunn's not going back to Disney. He's not going back to Disney, and y'all need to stop with the hashtag rehire James. I mean, Lindsay, I know Lindsay Ellis started that hashtag. I know what she was thinking, and that's what her heart is at. Hey, you don't want these, agitators, these people who are, these, gremlins and such, who did this, started this whole thing. We don't know who did. Some say Mike Cernovich, or these alt-writers. I don't know. I don't care about that stuff. But then again, there are people out there who, I think people like Lindsay Ellis, Lindsay Ellis, and you have guys like Movie Bob, Bob Chipman, just saying, putting that line, going to rehire James Gunn, but they don't actually seem to be listening about, the people who were offended by those jokes, who were offended by those, like, tweets and such. These people who probably have gone through those, has been abused as kids and such, looked at that and said, no, that's it. That he needs to go. They don't want to bring it back. And if they do bring it back, you can have a whole, like, Disney is, that's something that's going to bring up a fight against Trump and all that. And Disney don't want those headaches. Disney does not want to have those headaches, right? Disney doesn't want to have his audience split out like five. They already have their situation with Star Wars, all right? Disney has too much of a mess with Star Wars right now, and they don't want to bring that headache to the MCU. They're like, you know what? Let's just cut this and move on. And I know the actors, Dave Bautista in general, you have that big thing, and Dave Bautista is going off, man, on Twitter. Woo, he's going off, man. I mean, wow. I mean, Dave Bautista just went off, man, and I actually love that every second. I love that. But yeah, it's it's very it's I mean, he's passionate. I think if I had Dave Bautista on, which will never happen, but no, scratch it. Who knows? I would ask him this, and I think ask him about this stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't think James Gunn is good. I think James Gunn, the whole situation, I just don't see this this thing working out, man. I didn't think it was gonna work out. Those tweets hurt him, and a lot of people. And I know he's gonna be like, hey man, about the Nazis, all that stuff. Yes, that stuff is, and now it's this the same thing happened. Left both sides have done this stuff. Both sides have dug things up in the past, and they bring it to light. And hopefully, after this huge scenario, after this huge dust up, hopefully people will stop doing this stuff. Because honestly, I don't agree 100% with James Gunn and everything else, his stuff like that. But he does seem passionate and says what he wants. He says what he believes in. And he is a very talented director. He is probably one of the most, from Trauma to doing stuff from Trauma to Slither to Super. I haven't seen Super yet, which is, I heard it's pretty good. I might go. I think it's on Netflix. I might see it this weekend. Since there's no movies out, I don't really want to see. But yeah, I think this is something that James Gunn, again, James Gunn is smart enough. He just sort of delete those tweets and just, like I said, when this was out at over several years ago, and you apologize for something, you should delete those tweets right then and there. They should have done that. But then you see about this stuff and he said he would quit he said that they are talking about him not using the script, and Dave Bautista. I'm like, dude, Dave Bautista was saying so far, he wanted to quit the franchise. I'm like, dude, no, just calm down, take a breath. Come on, man, don't stand for this dude. Don't do. Trust me, you're catching them. I know, and everything else, but yeah, that sort of thing. That sort of stuff, and I think James Gunn and such has that sort of thing now, and here's hopefully, but yeah, I think that this thing is going to drop. I think when the thing is dust is settled, I think by next month it will be 100% official. James Gunn will not be rehired by Disney. He will not be rehired by this stuff, but he will be picked up by Warner Brothers, and he will be doing the DC movie flick. I would not be surprised. And it's interesting that he would be Gunn could just receive a payout of like $7 to $10 million. By the way, during this thing. By the way, that's what Gunn wound the contract for the third movie, like it was not likely a pay or play status that would require Disney to pay its full regardless of the service actually used. Filmmakers typically reach a pay or play status when the movie is officially greenlight or 8 weeks prior to the start of production, which neither has occurred. Guardians and everything else 3 has not been stuff like that, hasn't been start production or anything else. And Gunn is not said to breach contract because the offensive tweets, again, just the article again, because the offensive tweets were sent years ago, he does not breach his contract before signing with the whole Marvel Studios and such. And then the talent rep saying that this whole thing, he could reach the payout like for $10 million, and then he could be free to take on another product. I mean, it looks like they're just going to say they're going to use Gunn. I think at the end of the day, that will be the mediation here. The way to actually sit down and say, look, this was a BS thing, but we will use the script, some parts of your script. You can still be a co-writer or ghostwriter here. And we'll bring in like the dude from Taki Wanani. I can't pronounce his name. The dude did Thor 3 Ragnarok, which pretty much was a Guardians movie. I think he will slide in to do it. And honestly, Gunn will probably be free to do stuff. I think Warner Bros. Is going to, I think he will. Yeah, I think he's going to go to DC. And I think I would not be surprised he's going to be working. I wish he could do, they say someone say this global movie. I think he's going to do, I would love him to see what his plan would do if, say, Green Lanterns. I think a Green Lantern movie over the James Gunn, have him and Ava DuVernay to sit down and craft a DC universe space stuff, and that would be one hell of a coup for Warner Brothers, because right now they're getting like they're coming back from the whole break with the Snyder Cut and everything else, the negativity about the DCEU. And like I said, I still enjoy those movies, but yeah, I can see there are issues and a lot of problems with it. But with Aquaman, which I think it's gonna be a hit, I think Aquaman and Shazam are gonna be a hit, even though that floss dance a lot of people don't like. It's same, like I said before about all that stuff. It's just the same thing. Problem with Black Panther doing the what are those? It's just memes are not timeless humor. It's just gonna look like, oh gosh, it's like, oh, it's that whole meme like, how you do, fellow kids? It just doesn't look natural and funny. You gotta go, if you want to go humor, you gotta be natural. It has to be timeless. Humor has to be timeless and such. I know it's like he's a kid and all. Shazam's thinking of a kid, and you have to look at what type of stuff kids are doing right now. So yeah, he probably would be doing something like the floss dance or something like that, or something there. So you have to. But then again, dances with kids, kids or some teenagers and stuff. That's going to be like things change in the production, sterols, shooting, and all these type of things. It's just there's like so many things that could change what dance, the floss dance. By the time the movie comes out, like in March, that floss dance is gonna probably be like, what? No one dances like that anymore. And it just seems like it's a relic. And it's like, wow, it looks so dated. That's gonna be the issue. I mean, that's the problem of Shazam, and that's going to be the problem of that, is that it's going to be that type of dating stuff. But that's just my personal thing. But like I said, I think it would be a huge coup of Warner Brothers to picks up Gunn, and then goes in, and then him and Andrew Verne work out the DCAU cosmic side. I mean, that would be something good. Hell, if Dave Bautista does leave, you can have him fit somewhere. Hell, you know what? Here's something crazy. If Dave Bautista leaves, will quit the franchise, have him become Lobo. Yes, Dave Bautista as Lobo, and such. If they want to do a Lobo movie, Dave Bautista as Lobo. Boom. There you go. How's that? You put a wig. I'm like, oh, well, Bautista's bald, and screw it. Just put a wig on him. Put a wig on the dude, and bam, Lobo. You know, have him paste it up. It'd be like that stuff, man. That's Lobo right there. Bam. Done. You got Lobo or someone right there. Or you could do the dude from World or something like that. Shoot. Hell, go crazy. Have Bautista be Darkseid. I don't know. But yeah, that would be a really interesting coup. And I think that'd be something that a lot of people will be like, holy crap, I'm interested now. There it is. I'd be like, wow, I'm in. People will be in on that. Trust me. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, James Gunn is going to be just fine. And if he does leave, it will be basically because of scripts. And, he'll probably have some of the script. And probably Dave Bautista's not going to leave Marvel and go to DC. That's not going to happen. I don't know. That'd be actually hilarious. So hell, give Chris Pratt and he could be Hal Jordan. I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. That'd just be crazy. That's just way too nuts right there. I'm sorry. That's crazy talk. Right there. Crazy talk, right, friend? But you know what? It's like that type of stuff, man. You need a little bit of that insanity. So who knows? Comment below. Let their comment. I want to hear your thoughts about this, about that situation. Who knows? I think people will really like that. So, after you said, we're taking a long break, and we're going to be getting back into, what I do best is pro wrestling. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be a little bit pro wrestling. And talk about the latest episode of Lucha Underground, which was really good. I mean, heck, I can tell you something. It's a lot better than most Raws, but actually, seriously, this was actually pretty good. So we'll be right back right after this, and let's see what song we're gonna sit back and play. I'm playing a lot of DK2 songs. You know what? Let's play something a little more joyful, festive. We're gonna play some Rumble, Still Drum Rumba from Patrick Burns on the Serious Monkey Business. Serious Monkey Business from OCRemix.com. Go and download that album. It's great. I highly recommend it. We'll be right back right after this here live on Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me, Dukect. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about Lucha Underground. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be right back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the Dukect Lounge. Sorry for the bit of audio stuff. Windows Player is not working. Of course, things just don't work. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if everything else, but I'm here now. We are here. We are alive, and we are continuing to do this show because that is what I do. I continue to press on because that is, for you guys, the people. And by the way, speaking of the people, you guys are awesome because, ladies and gentlemen, I have over, I think, let me just check this thing if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see if I can put this up. Let's see if I can put this up. I have over, ladies and gentlemen, I have I have over 13,000 downloads on TalkShoe.com. Just past the threshold right now, and that is amazing. And the previous episodes have been downloaded many times over. Let's see, 79 downloads, 81 downloads, 76, 68, 74, 77, 71, 83 from the like 2 weeks ago, 53 previous, but that's fine. You know what? I mean, I still probably downloading that right now. But I am just happy, and it shows the love you guys have put me. And I want to say thank you for all of this. Thank you so much for being here. To just just continually being around here at Dukect Lounge. Not just that, but on YouTube and on BitChute and on Freaking Awesome Network and on Man Expression. You guys are rock, especially you, T-Kun. Thank you so much. All these things. But yes, I love all of y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for liking myself, doing all that, like, subscribe, all those things those kids do nowadays. And thank you for downloading this. It is so much. I am again humbled. Every day I am humbled by like if I only got one download, I'm happy. But to get this much, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much. But enough about the self-congratulations. We have a Lucha Underground review, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about. It is time to go back to the temple. It is time to go into the insanity that is Lucha Underground. Oh my, that's going to be really fun. It is something but it's something let's see if I get this up. The show starts off we have we have a lot of stuff to get into, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go into the beginning of the show. First up, we have Antonio Creto. In his office phone, he's planning another sacrifice, a gift to God, saying, hey, talk to people on the phone, saying everything's going great. I got a sacrifice gift for the gods. We're going to, sacrifice to the gods. Everything's good. But then you have Mariposa showing up, basically trying to give Antonio Creto a little bit of that mall flair. I know that was terrible, but y'all love me. But anyway, he gave him like, I love that. But yeah, he says, no, I'm not here to seduce you. I'm here for getting a gift of God's title. He's like, Antonio says, he can't do that. You didn't deserve it. And then she just basically pulls up money and says, yeah, I got money. My family gets whatever I want, and puts the money down. So yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, Antonio so basically, I love the fact that Mariposa basically bought her way into a title match. I want to know how this happened, and if you go, I would love to see anyone to leave a comment or anything else about there has been something about that, about the 80s or 90s. Heck, even now in this way, I said this in my Twitter. I said, how many times did that actually happen in this wacky world of pro wrestling, that someone literally give the booker about a couple, hey, here's a couple $100,000. I want to be champion. I know it's a fake belt, but damn it, I want to be top champion. I don't care what I gotta do. Here's some money. I don't care how good this person is. I want to be the belt. I want the belt. I wonder how many times in territories and such like that that's actually happened. But hey, whatever. I want to hear any. That'd be actually good stories to talk about. Like I said before, if WWE is smart and they have a live action series, they should be doing stories just like this. It would be amazing, and you can get some good old money that will bring in the big bucks. That's what I'm saying. This is why W hasn't hired me yet. Do they want money? They seem like they're afraid of money. Oh gosh, it seems like they're afraid of money. You know what I'm saying? People, they're afraid of money. Man, there it is. But let's get back to the point. Let's get back to everything. First up, we have the Rabbit Tribe. One of the Rabbit Tribe members, the 3 Rabbit Tribe is there. You have them basically saying, Paul's like, Paul London would say he called him and he wanted a match with this. He said, no. But which one of y'all going to be a sacrifice to the gift of the gods? He says, no. Paul was like, no, it's not going to be me. It will be mala suerte. Like you. You failed at getting the Lucha Underground Trios champions. And he says, you are going to have to face, Matanza. And I like the fact they actually added sound effects. I like it. So I'm like, they actually added sound effects. That's amazing. They actually added sound effects in post. I love that. And then he did his whole, against Matanza. He's going up, and then he's like, he jumps up, and they did this, and then all the way across the ring to actually go up and try to actually knock down Matanza. He's like, boom, boing, 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 and then slap. And goes in and hits him, doesn't do much. Matanza give him a headbutt, and then Matanza comes in, slams him down, and then after that, 1, 2, 3, he wins. Matanza wins, and Ma gets, well, he basically gets, well, as James Frosty from Twitter says, he is Hassenpfeffer now, which is pretty much, rabbit stew. Well, he's rabbit stew now, and the gift of the gods. Well, no. Well. That's a shame. But anyway, we move on. Life goes on. And then we have our next match is Jack. It's going to be Joey Ryan and Jack Evans. These two, those two wacky tag team, taking on the team of Exolicious and Evil East. Weird teams, but you know what? Hey, it was actually a pretty good match. Then you had this really odd move where you had pretty much, I would say a head scissors, and then have Joey. It was a head scissors, and then twerked, and then used him as butt as a battering ram to Joey Ryan's face, and then he kicks him. Yeah. Okay. I think this is actually what they. Well, I know I'm taking a meme of this from someone else, but you know what? Screw it. Wouldn't they base? I'm not surprised when they call this move the rear view. Unironically. And yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen anything from Exolicious, which is like, wow, let me tell you something. He's just like, I will say this about X. If you haven't seen him, Exolicious, he's basically the, Velveteen Dream, but with none of the subtext and just saying, yeah, he is out there. He is, well, let me see. The nicest PC terms, he is basically, if you see a pride parade, he will probably be the leader of that pride parade, if you know what I'm saying. By the way, and he is a Christian, by the way, too. So, Well, yeah, well, we're all brothers and sisters in Christ, so, yeah, but then that's a Wikipedia thing, so, I don't know. But yeah, in the end, though, Joey Ryan and Jack Evans wins, but after Evans had a submission choke, but yet Evans would not let go, and even Joey Ryan, Jack Evans, was like, he's like, Joey, it was Joey Ryan's like, hey, Jack, stop, man, get over. And then, yeah, it released stomping. And then after the whole situation says, it's not over until this man is dead. Damn. You lose one match with somebody and you go all crazy. I'm like, Jack Evans, calm down, man. Dude, you lost matches all the time. I don't think you act this serious, man. Like, dude, calm down. Like, dude, it's not that serious. And yes, it is nuts. Yeah, but it's like, dude, can't calm down. It's not that serious. But let's see what else. Then we have Mariposa versus Dragon Azteca Jr. for the Gift of the Gods, and then Mariposa while the championship being raised, showing it, and then you have like, hey, Mariposa like, oh, we're gonna shake hands, and then he kicks him in the dick. Yeah, Dragon Azteca is just that walking, like, I'm like, there's a reason why evil triumphs over good, because good is dumb. I'm like, dude, you realize this is Mariposa. She is legitimately crazy and will rip your heart. I'm like, you think she's going to take a hit? I'm like, dude, I would have kicked her in the face. I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm not sorry. Her character, she is basically what we've seen of Lucha Underground. And you were there for most of the stuff that she's brought a part of. I know people can change, but no. Oh, no. He's like, yeah. And, no. He just said, like, that one thing, and then next thing hits his thigh, and then that kick out, and he gets tested. And then Dragon hits a couple forearms in the corner, and lands a couple kick back, and then Mariposa hits a nice Samoa drop for a 2 count, and the crowd was chanting "Fight Forever." I'm like, I didn't think this match didn't. I did not know that chant would be. Like, wow, I didn't know that chant would actually be there, and I honestly don't agree with that chant at all, because I'm like, the match was okay, and I'm like, they don't have a long feud either. I'm like, I don't know what the crowd saw, but things that must have been lost in the cutting room floor. But man, but overall it was some good stuff. Dragon and Mariposa had some decent chemistry, and overall I give this match if I was rating like a 6 or 7, but this is not bad. And then in the end, Dragon Azteca wins via a pinfall. So he continued his quest to hold the Gift of the Gods Championship until Ultima Lucha Cuatro. And then we get to the main event. The Reptile Tribe versus the Worldwide Underground. If Worldwide Underground wins, then Cobra Moon must grant Mundo one wish. But if Worldwide Underground loses, the Mundo must join the Reptile Tribe. If you remember last week, Mundo basically cut Vivian. No, it was Mundo and the Lucha Queen, Taya, basically took off the head of Vibia, so she's dead. That sucks. Oh, I like Vibia. I liked him. I'm like, well, he's dead, so that sucks. And then Moon's like, what he did to Vibia was commendable because she liked cold-blooded things. And then she introduced a new member to the Reptile Tribe, someone who was once dead but now revived to serve her, and it's Jeremiah Snake. Yep, Jeremiah Snake. Jeremiah Callahan. Jeremiah returns, and now Jeremiah returns, but but he is now under control. Jeremiah Crane returns, but he returns as under control of Cobra Moon. It looks like that could be Mundo's fate, but the Worldwide Underground came out, and Mundo set Ricky Mundo in the back with his wheel doll packing. Yeah, that's gonna be awkward. But then he said his job is gonna do. But then he brought out the returning Aerostar to join the Worldwide Underground to team up this. And I get that. Ricky Mundo's like, I mean, look, I like the dude, but you need some. This is the big series, so you gotta bring in the big guns. So yeah, he joined. Aerostar returns to the temple, and then you have this match. And this was actually pretty good because, first off, I love seeing Aerostar. This dude's insane. And Aerostar jumping, flipping, doing Aerostar type things. And, Drago doing dives, Aerostar doing, all the people doing dives. Jeremiah doing that big old wide kick, doing those kicks and taking people out. You have Jeremiah picking up Cobra Moon and then using and pushing Cobra Moon into Johnny Mundo, and then using Johnny Moon, and then in Cobra Moon hitting an ace cutter on Johnny Mundo, taking everyone. I'm like, everyone just taking everyone out. I'm like, for like 5 minutes, it was just a big old war, and I loved it. It was fun. It was a crazy out match, and it looked like it was and so everyone in this match felt important. Everyone had their own star-making moments. Daga, Draga, all these guys had some really good stuff. But in the end of the day, you had Drago, had to take the pinfall on after Mundo hits the end of the world, and he won the match, and it looked like it's over. But it looks like this. Mundo said, someone who needs a wish, and he wished it. And guess what? What was Mundo's wish? What was his big wish? Was it going to be riches, glory, and everything else? But no. It was the wish that freed Drago, and the crowd chanting, set him free, set him free. Aerosol got in the ring, uncuffed Drago's collar, and the spirit of Drago will return to him. And now Drago is free from Cobra Moon's grasp. He is fully 100% free, and Drago and Aerostar can come together. Maybe they can bring out their partner, Phoenix, so they can get the two as top. Oh, Phoenix is he's dead. Whoops. But it looks like Tyra was like, this could have been this, that, and the other. She was mad and everything else. But no. But yeah, I didn't say I couldn't grant him his wish because she could do that. And Black handed a little black box to Mundo, and Mundo got on one knee and proposed to Taya this for marriage. Like, oh my gosh. And they loved a little bit of the macho. It says, Johnny's like, will you marry me? And his best macho man. I don't know if I can do the macho man accent. I mean, I can't. I don't like. He's like, yes. And he's like, oh yeah. I don't want to rank. Go ahead and rank my Macho Man. It was great. It was fun. It was a nice little. And then they played the little like celebration thing. Thank goodness that was on public domain. So yes. So it was nice. Everything happy. They're engaged. It's all good. And then Ricky Mundo is backstage, said he had a wish too that Johnny and Taya are together until death do them part. And showed the creepy doll. She laughed and he smiled into a dirty mirror. So it looks like the Worldwide Underground is going to have some more issues, and things are going to get probably even worse for them, for the happy couple. Well, it's not the first time that wrestling engagements and weddings get off don't really go off well. It's a wrestling tradition. If you have a wrestling wedding, it's usually screwed over and everything just goes completely wrong. But, that's what it is, where it is. And you know what? That's how we end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening and watching and doing all the good stuff here live on TalkShoe.com. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Doing all that good stuff here. The show's over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching and being here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for being here. This is Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.